What is up, guys? It is Rich and I am back today with some more FIFA 21 action for you. This is RR37, the home of this Middlesbrough career mode. Today is the one that we have been waiting for. We kick off the competitive season, so I thought it would be as good as time as any before we do that to get into the board objectives. They are in the previous video, but that's what the club wants. So we're just going to have a brief look at what I am actually expecting myself during this season. So with youth development, the board wants us to sign a player from every position, which is absolutely fine. When we was at Kilmarnock, we were all about giving youth a chance. We'll 100% get a goalkeeper from there at some point. Hopefully we can get a defender, midfielder and striker as well. We went more into the youth development and that in the last episode, or the first one. All of the previous ones to this are up on the channel anyway. If you haven't seen them yet, you can go back and see all of that there. Brand exposure, we're pretty much well on our way to doing it in the background. We covered that in the last episode as well. The financial as well. Basically, bottom line, I'm not going to be looking to sign any players on a crucial squad role if I can at all help it. But this one here is the important one, the domestic success. The board wants us to finish mid-table. They want us to go to the round of 32 in the FA Cup, which again is going to depend completely on the cup draw. But as for the league season, we're just gathering data and information on the squad and the players this season. We'll try and implement what we've learned this season for the next season. And then the third season is the one where we really push for promotion. If we can get there before that, that is absolutely fine and great, we'll be ahead. But that is what I'm looking for this season, and I thought we was about to kick off our first game. It would just be a good time to put that out there. So coming up in this episode in terms of matches, we are kicking off at the Riverside against Forest. We then go away to Reading. We've got in between Reading and Blackburn a Peterborough game in the Cup, which is quite interesting because it gives me a chance to talk about the interactive match sim. So in the Cup, that is probably this season where you're going to see the new match sim in action. We're away to Peterborough in the first round, so I'm hoping that we should be able to get through that even using the sim, but we'll deal with that more when we get there. But yeah, it's a new feature. I want to use it. It's not like it's just going to throw up some random results. We can jump in and out if we need to. The Cup is going to give us a chance to use players that won't normally get much game time and will help to keep their match sharpness and happiness up. So it is going to be important to be in the Cups, but at the same time, at the moment, we're just focusing on the league and getting the squad where we need it. So yeah, I just thought I would mention that about the interactive match sim, so we will see that in action during this episode. And then the Blackburn game is a big one for me personally. It was between Middlesbrough and Blackburn that I was going to do this career mode with, so to be facing them early is yeah, it's a big one. I didn't expect it to be in this episode, but it is, and it's going to be at the Riverside once again. So we're going to look to fortify our stadium this season and make teams not want to come there. But now it is time for us to jump into our first ever FIFA 21 press conference, and you get a good look at the manager now. I've tried to make him as lifelike as I possibly can, but yeah, he turned out like this. So they basically want to know, because we've had such a good pre-season, can we turn that into our competitive games now? Well, I personally, I'm hoping that we can. We did have a much stronger pre-season than I anticipated, so of course I've clicked that I've been impressed, because I have been. I'm going to try and answer these questions, even if it affects the team's morale in a negative way, in as honest a way as I possibly can. And they're asking now, can we finish in the top half this season? Well, if we can, it will be nice, but the board's putting no pressure on me to do that this season. I'm not putting any pressure on myself to do that this season, but what we definitely don't want is to be that bad that we get relegated. So Again, I'm gonna just answer the question saying that it is all about being safe, and then once we're safe and we can't go down or anything like that, that is when maybe we start experimenting with things during the season and trying to find a formation and players and systems that suit something that we want to do going forward. But at the moment they're asking, has Johnson turned down a new contract? Well, kind of, yes he did, but kind of no he didn't. He didn't want to budge from his important squad role, and I wasn't willing to extend his contract with an important squad role because honestly I don't see him in the plans for the future as an important player, so I don't want to give him a new contract with an important squad role. So we kind of agreed to disagree there. He wasn't the only one. There were a few players as I was going through them that wouldn't budge from the squad role that they're on, so none of them got new deals either. But as for the game now, it is Forest at home, they're coming to our place. It's really bugging me at the moment because of the way that I like to play, that we've got to play with 5 at the back at home. But it is what it is for the moment. The only change that I've made to the lineup for this game is I've took Wood off the bench for Fry, and that's nothing against Wood, it's just that Fry has got an important squad role as much as that's doing my head in. Yeah, Wood's got sporadic, so it just made more sense with the happiness that I'll probably keep rotating them, but for this game we're going to have Fry on the bench. Other than that, it is unchanged from pre-season. I've mentioned it already, we don't know the squad well enough yet to be messing around with formations and this, that and the other, so we're going to roll with what's worked. We're going to try and put up as many points on the board as we can early on, and we'll start experimenting from then probably. It is time now though guys, it is Borough, it is Forest, it is the Riverside Stadium, and it is our first game of the championship off and underway. It is us to get the game underway, kicked off. We've done that, and the first few minutes are just going to be trying to settle into the game, into a nice rhythm, get everybody a touch of the ball, and just, get those nerves going. Cause I ain't going to lie, I am quite nervous. I want to get off to a good start, so I'm anxious for that. And we've got a nice ball into Akpom already here. He's in behind as well. Can we do anything? Tries to chop back onto his left foot. He's done that. He's found Seville already. We've had our first shot, but it was blocked. So first 10 minutes are gone. We've been working the ball nicely from side to side, trying to get in behind the defence, but it's proving to be a bit difficult to do that at the moment. We've gone down the left hand side, our left, not had so much luck there. We've gone down their right hand side, just trying to get around them because there's no way of playing through the middle at the moment. So it looks like a game where we're going to have to be patient, but it could be our system causing this trouble as well. But hold that for a minute because we might be in here with Tavernier, but he takes a heavy touch and we throw another chance away. We're keeping Forest out of the game at the moment though, which is definitely a good thing. We've won that back in a good area. It's Tav again now. Asombalonga's made a great run to take the defender out the way, and we're 1-0 up already. It is Tavernier with our first goal of the competitive season. But in the replay, watch the run that Asombalonga makes off the ball, takes the defender with him, creating the space for Tavernier. He runs straight into that space. There it goes there. Defender was unsure whether to go with Asombalonga or to go with Tavernier with a ball. He chooses to do neither really, and that is a great strike with a left foot from Tavernier, and we are now 1-0 up at home. Great start to this season. Well done Tavernier there, but that run from Asombalonga was what made all of that possible. Forest now get the game back underway, but they get it back underway 1-0 down. We've won that back in the midfield again nicely there. We might just have them on the rack at the minute, but I got a little bit too overexcited there and ended up turning the ball over. We've won it back again here though with McNair, who had a brilliant pre-season by the way. He's tried to play a Asombalonga in, and we've given it away again at the moment, and we're actually quite open here at the minute now. They've turned on the edge of the box. Graben's got it. We don't want him getting in on goal, and that is exactly why. And that's just what we did during pre-season, over and over again. We scored, we had a great start, and we let the opposition straight back in. That is something that I need to work on myself, because like I said, that happened too often during pre-season. It's followed us from pre-season into the competitive one, and we cannot afford to keep on doing that. It's quieting the stadium down now as well. We were absolutely bouncing for a minute there, but now we've got to reset and we've got to get the lead back and do it all over again. Not good enough on my part. Gave the ball away too many times after we scored. And yeah, they've punished us, and that is what is going to happen. I am quite a fan of Lewis Graben actually, and him being up front for them is a real problem. But we've just got to calm ourselves back down now. Don't do anything stupid for the next 10 minutes or so, and try and build ourselves back into the game again. But that's a nice time from Akpom there. And it's 2-1 already. Akpom with a nice turn on the edge of the box, and although we've let them back in, we've got the lead straight back. That is absolutely out of this world. We just kept the ball. That turn from Akpom just takes the defender out the game. It's a narrow angle, but it does not matter for this kid at the moment. He's absolutely on fire. He was one of the stars of the pre-season, and thankfully he's carrying that form into the competitive season as well. That is his first in the championship. Just like that, from that disappointment, we are 2-1 up, but now it is important to get the ball and just have 5 or 10 minutes of possession, just to take them back out of the game again. We have got to stay switched on now. They're coming at us again. We've not really left any room. We've brought nobody out. Great tackle, and now we just keep the ball. Don't try and do anything stupid. That's a nice turn back, and we just keep the ball now for another 5 minutes or so. Just calm everything back down, and then we go again from there, but this time with the lead. It's been a really good first half, to be fair. It's been nothing like we've not been on fire or anything like that, but we've definitely controlled the game. Oh, that's a bit heavy for a Sombalonga there, but the idea was there, and hopefully we've seen out that period now where they go and get a goal back on us. So they get the game back underway with a goal kick there. We need to win that, McNair, and we do. It's a brilliant, powerful header as well. Put it almost straight into Akpom there. Quite unlucky, but in any event, we need to get this ball back now. Dyke Steele there trying to win it back, but doesn't do it. Thankfully, we've got numbers back. That is the one thing with this system that we're playing at the moment. We've always got cover, it seems. That's a good ball there from Morsey. Boller's got onto it as well. Lays a nice one off to Tavernier. It's into a Sombalonga. It's Akpom again. It's a goal again. Of course it is, because this guy just does not miss at the moment. The strike partnership there combining, and we have just took this game away from Forest in about a 5-minute spell. If we can build on this now and get a nice big lead to take out of this first game of the season, we're going to be absolutely rolling. But it was nice possession. The ball from Boller, from Morsey, created a lot of space. We work it back inside, and Tavernier to a Sombalonga to Akpom. So actually all three of the forwards there combining and getting Akpom his second of the season, our third. And now if we can see this through to half time, we'll be in a really good position for the second half. We just don't want to let Forest back in now before the break. So if we can win that ball back there, Seville, that would be great, but unfortunately not. But McNair again, absolute rock in the centre of defence, but unfortunately we've given it away again. I'm getting first goal vibes here, boys. We need that ball back. Morsey has won it back well there, and we could be in again here at the moment. We've got players over. We've gone for Morsey. Really, Akpom might have been the ball there, but as long as it's up in their half, that will do for now. And let's, like I say, just see this out till half time now. Going in 3-1 at the break is more than I would have thought that we'd have been able to do. But Akpom, nice turn again there. You probably should have looked for a Sombalonga. The guy's on a hat-trick goal in the first half, which is quite mad. And the ball is out of play again. Forest throw it back in, but as long as it's here, as soon as that 2 minutes is up, then surely the ref's going to blow for it there. We've won it back though with Tav now, and we're just going to keep possession by the looks of it. Morsey just lays it off, and we play it around the back. Just blow for half time, ref. There's nothing going to happen here now. He does exactly that, and that is a great first half. So we're not making any changes going into the second half. There's not really a need to. I feel like we had pretty good control over that half. The only thing that was really a bit of a letdown was the fact that we conceded straight after scoring the first. But other than that, I feel like we've done really, really well. We've got the goals to go along with it, which is always good as well. I do feel like with Asombalonga and Akpom as our strikers that we've got enough goals in this team to do well this season, even if we are a bit suspect at the back at times, but we are going to try and address that as well. Seville's done really well there. Balls into Tav, Akpom there. Did start to run in behind, but the ball weren't really good enough for him to carry on. But that doesn't really matter at this point. We just need to manage the game really now. If the chances come, just take them. We have been pretty clinical in this game so far. We've laid that a nice one back off there, and we're in again here now with Morsey. It's a good save from the goalkeeper there though. Morsey's had a good game, by the way. I was really impressed with him in the first half. Rolled it onto his left foot there. It's a good save from the keeper, to be fair. Tavernier's going to whip this one in now. We're going to go for the near post. See if that's still a thing like it has been in the last couple of games. And here we go. We don't win the header. We need to win that one though. We've got it covered off at the back row. Spence just take his time now. Just pop it off to the left and then get back in position. Let everyone reset and then go again. That's exactly what we decide to do. Just play it along the back. Let everyone get where they should be on the pitch. And it's worked out quite nicely. We're just keeping the ball now in midfield. Forest can't get anywhere near us. And as I say that, we turn it over. We've took Morsey right out the game there though. But there we go, it is sorted again. This time Hausen bringing it away and we build again. And we're cut now to 75 minutes in and it is time for some changes. We're still pretty much in control of this one in the sense that I just feel comfortable. Like we're probably not going to concede another one now, to be honest. So with that being said, Forest are not really pushing either. They're almost in damage limitation mode now. So it is a good time for us to get some fresh legs onto the pitch. There's going to be no hat-trick for Akpom, I'm afraid. We're just going to rest him and take him out of the game now. Molly's going to come on as well for Tav. Just to keep everyone fresh. We have to do that this year, as you guys will no doubt know by now. So it just makes sense why we're in control. Like I said, I don't feel like we've been in any danger for the longest time in this game now. We've not really been as creative ourselves. We've just almost been patient, waited to see if anything happened rather than trying to force it. And it's worked so far. And with just a couple of minutes left now, I've been really impressed with the first game. It's been tough having to play 5 at the back at home. I'm not really a fan of that, if I'm being honest. But we have to roll with it for the time being. It's not made us any, like we've still scored 3 goals in this game, so we could make that 4. Asombalonga does make it 4, just putting the cherry on the top of a nice cake today. That is the first look he has had at goal all game long. He's worked hard off the ball, he's held it up well, but he's not really had an opportunity to have a shot himself. He does now and he doesn't miss, and I'll say it again, with Asombalonga and with Akpom up front, I feel like there's enough goals in this team where we're going to be just fine this season. I don't see us going down, but you just never know, which is why I want to get these points on the board as quickly as possible. And we are off to an absolutely flying start. 4-1 at home. Controlled the game. We've got Tavernier on the score sheet, we've got Asombalonga on the score sheet, we've got Akpom on the score sheet. So all 3 of our most attacking players open their accounts on day 1. We've controlled the game for the longest parts, and other than that little blip after the first goal, that is a perfect first day. Really, really happy with that. There's just Akpom getting his first couple of goals of the season. This guy is going to take this club to the Premier League. He's definitely going to be hanging around for a few seasons yet, I reckon. But there you have the confirmation. 4-1 demolition of Forest. And I says we wanted to fortify the Riverside and yeah, make our stadium somewhere where teams don't want to come, and we've done that brilliantly today. So let's take this press conference then. Your first victory as Borough manager, it's a landmark, of course. How happy are we with the performance of the team, basically? And yeah, absolutely delighted. Like I say, we've just got to get rid of that one flaw where we concede as soon as we open the scoring. That's something I've got to improve on myself as well. I just had that sense in the game that after we got the first goal, we were winning the ball back high up the pitch before then as well. That we got them on the rack, we got some really good momentum built up, and I just wanted to keep pressing on, but it's obviously not the right way to go about things. We just need to manage the next part of the game after we score, and if we can get that out of our game, that'd be absolutely brilliant. But as for the team, I'm more than impressed with what we have seen again today. Building on that momentum that we had in pre-season, we have been absolutely brilliant. So what is he going to ask us next? As Assombalonga turned down a new deal for the same reasons as I believe it was Johnson. Yes, he did, and yes, I did. It was more of the same. He wanted to keep the squad role that he's on. I didn't want to give him that squad role. I was hoping he would come down to at least important, but he didn't, so it is what it is. We couldn't come to an agreement, and yeah, it's the same thing as Johnson, like I said. And Bettinelli is not even our player, so I don't know why they're asking me this. He's only here on loan. And again, I'm gonna just answer the questions as honestly as possible, even if it upsets the morale or the player. And that is our first press conference done, our first game weekend done, and I could not be happier with how it has turned out. And next up we have got Reading away. Before that we've got training and that we need to get done, which I'm going to do behind the scenes. But if anything does pop up like this from Fletcher here, saying that he was a bit disappointed with his own performance, but he only got about 10-15 minutes, it would have been hard at that point. We were just seeing the game out as well for him to affect the game. So I'm not too disheartened with that, and that's why I've told him he shouldn't be either. Now, this is interesting. Saville now has reached his full potential at just a 70 rating. That means we can't do anything really with him now at all. And that now might mean that we have to start looking for a new centre midfielder. We'll deal with that when we get to it though. McNair now has finished and can change himself into a centre back, which is great. That's where I want him to play. And how good was he in that game, by the way? He was an absolute man mountain at the back, and that's why I want him to play there. But what we're going to do now is just look at some of his areas that I would like to improve. He's got 73 physical, which is fine. 71 defending, I feel for this division at least will be fine. He doesn't really need dribbling that much, maybe passing or pace. I think I'm going to go with pace for him. His reactions would be done now with the defensive centre-back one as well, which would be good. I think that's what we're going to go with. We'll just let him chug along on that one. But like I say now, going to do the training and everything in the background. But if anything of note pops up before the next game, then of course I won't deal with it until I come back. And we've done training for the most part. We've got A's, which is really, really good. Happy with that. But now we have got Reading away to start thinking about. In their first game, they have come away with a 2-1 loss by the looks of that. So, yeah, we can't read too much into it really, but it's always nice to have this little bit of an information. Build a little profile on the team that we're going to be coming up against. They have conceded 2. We're not too sure whether that was at home or away, but with us winning 4-1, with them losing 2-1, we should be going into this with confidence. But of course, being an away game, it's going to have a different feeling to it, I would imagine, than what the Forest one had at the Riverside. So yeah, don't know if they've got their stadium in the game or not, but I'm assuming they're going to want to put on a good show at home as well. And we're just going to see actually who it was that they played in their first game, and I believe it is just at the bottom right there. You can see it was against Derby. Derby are a side I would expect probably to be pushing at the very least, for the playoffs. So we definitely can't read too much into that result. We'll just have to see what happens when we get into the game there. That's exactly where we're going to go now. Looking at the pre-lineups, they're going to be playing with the wide 4-2-3-1. I'm not too familiar with many of their players. I do know their left winger, Ajaria, or I think that's how you say it anyway. But with them playing the 4-2-3-1, I'm not going to lie, I was really tempted to match them up. With them only having the one recognised striker, it seemed a bit much having the 3 centre-backs and a 5 at the back. But on the other side of that, we're away from home, so yeah, it makes sense. They're probably going to push on us. And I decided not to, just because we last weekend at home had a 4-1 win with this system. So we're going to run it again and see how we get on. And with that being said, Reading have already got us underway because I like to talk too much. We've won the ball back quite early on though there. And at the moment, with us again being away, we don't really need to make the running in this one. Of course, we want to come away with a good performance if we can, but the onus is on them to put on a show in front of their home fans. So at the moment, we're just going to keep the ball, try and keep it tight, being away for probably the first 10-15 minutes, and then build into the game from there. At the moment, they're closing off the space quite well. I've noticed that, if you can see there, we've tried to work the ball into the midfielders, but at the moment, there's just not a route into them. So we're having to keep going wide and backwards, which is probably what they would want us to do. But we're really not being left with a choice. We can be patient at the moment. Like I said, the first 10-15 minutes is really just about us trying not to concede and not giving them a good start. And they've done really well there, actually. Reading, they forced us into a mistake because there was just nowhere for us to go. But again, McNair dominating at the back, just steps forward, takes the ball like it's absolutely nothing. And we can try and go again, but again, their back line is pushing up. They're actually doing tactically what I want us to do and what we are doing at the moment. And that is they're just squeezing the space. There is absolutely no gap between their midfield and their defence, as you can see there. Tavernier is being marked out of the game at the moment by their 2 DMs, and we're just not being able to get the ball into the midfielders, let alone the forwards. Yeah, good start from Reading. We've had a lot of the ball, but been able to do nothing with it. That is an absolutely brilliant tackle there from Spence. And now we do get the ball forward quickly. And can we do anything with it here? I feel like we kind of need to in a way. Is that slightly too late? It is. We're offside, but there's a way in there if we can win the ball early, and we're just going to have to go quickly either over or around them squeezing the space at the moment. But yeah, tactical start to this one actually. I know it's not very exciting for you guys to watch, but trying to figure this out is something that I was finding really enjoyable. But this isn't enjoyable though. We are now 1-0 down already. And the way that this game is started, that is really, really bad. Really bad news. Cannot believe that. They've done nothing all game with the ball. They've not even had the ball really. The first time they've got to look at our goal there. Just a ball between Dyke, Hausen. Took them both out the game, and keeper had no chance. And with the way, like I said, this game is started, That is really, really bad news. So 10 minutes has gone since they scored the goal. Not much has changed, to be honest. If anything, as you would imagine that they would, they have grown in confidence, and we're just struggling to get the ball off them, to be honest, at the minute. As you can see here, this is absolutely a mess defending, and thankfully he's put the ball wide. But it is still proving really difficult to get the ball from the back line through the midfield. We're almost having to bypass midfield just like that and go straight to attack. At the moment, is he offside there? That's marginal. It's a Sambalonga. It's in the back of the net, but is it? It looks like it is going to count, and we're back into the game. A Sambalonga just says, calm everything down. We've still got this. And that firepower is going to be absolutely crucial this season. It's our first look at goal as well. So both teams are being really clinical at the minute. We're trying to squeeze them out. They're trying to squeeze us out. It is a really tactical battle at the moment. Sambalonga moves to 2 for the season himself now. And the game is underway again. But I'm not going to lie, at half time, the way this game's going, Tavernier is almost not existing, and it's not his fault really. It's just the way that they've lined up and the way that the system is working out. So for us, I think like not just a personnel change, but maybe a system change at half time is going to be needed to unlock this game. Although saying that about Tavernier now, he's hit it, but this time the keeper does manage to make the save. That's the first time in all of the first half he's managed to break away from those 2 defensive midfielders, and was almost really, really effective. But we've got to be careful on the turnover now as well. Yeah, we've regained our shape. They didn't go straight for the throat, which is good for us. And Seville has won that ball beautifully high up as well. And now we've got Akpom in. And surely we're going to go 2-1 up here now, because Akpom doesn't really ever miss, but this time the keeper saves it. It was still on target though. The game's just having a little period at the moment where it's really open and stretched. And it's the first time that's happened during this game. They just work the ball out now towards half time. They'll probably accept the 1-0, to be honest. I know that I would at this point, and then we're just going to have to try something a little bit different in the second half. Not sure what that's going to be yet, but oh, there we go. It is half time now, but that was a really tight, and for me personally to play was a really enjoyable first half. It was a really, really tactical affair, and yeah, I've not really seen that on FIFA 21 this season. Well, yeah, since the game's dropped really, but very, very enjoyable. And it is down to us to kick off the second half, which we have done. I've not made any changes just yet, either tactically or personally, because we finished the half quite strong and I just want to see if we can build on that. So I'm going to give it till the hour, just the next 10-15 minutes, to see whether there is going to be any space open up and we can start using the midfield and Tavernier. But at the moment it's not looking too likely, so it looks like we will have to make that change. You can see again there's just nobody open. I'm trying to use the mechanic where you can call the players short to support you, and trying to send people off in different directions once they've give the ball off, but it is just so tight in there. As you can see, the DMs there and the defence, there's just no room between them at all. We tried there to get Tavernier in. I'm surprised that wasn't a free kick, if I'm being completely honest there, but we have got away with it. We worked the ball back in again. Can we do something with Sevilla now? Long range shot maybe would have been the option there. Again, we've tried to get Tavernier in, but it didn't work. Seville though has got to be careful. He is on a yellow card from the first half. But yeah, he looks fired up for this one. Morsey, after a really, really strong first game, has been pretty quiet in this one, but I thought we was going to be in there, but no. Yeah, Morsey's been pretty quiet, but that is just because we cannot get the ball into the midfield at the moment. We're being really done over in there. Reading are controlling that area. And we've reached the hour mark now, so next time the ball goes out, we're going to make that change, I feel. We're not even going to wait for the ball to go out, actually. Tavernier is going to be the one that's going to have to be sacrificed. What I don't want to do, because we're away, is open up the back line. I think that would be a pretty stupid thing to do. So we're just going to try and pull Tavernier back. We're going to stick Wing in there. He did quite well in pre-season when he came on. We're going to bring off Sombalonga and put Fletcher on. No real reason for that. It's just I want to get Fletcher some game time, and with Sombalonga not signing that contract, he's only got 12 months left, so we do need to give Fletcher, who I do see as his natural replacement, as much game time as possible. We're just going to see now, with that extra man sitting deep, can he come and pick the ball up off our centre backs, and can we start then using the midfield? It might work, it might not, but it was worth a go, and Fletcher could be straight in here already. Tried to work a bit of room for himself, didn't quite happen. But yeah, it was a pretty positive start there from him, to be honest. Oh, and guys, look at that, it is beautiful. We've got a midfielder now that can come and pick the ball up off the centre backs, and we can start playing some football now. Through the midfield line, through to the forwards. Akpom there, I'll try to change the direction he's running. Oh, that's a beautiful ball. Come on now, Fletcher. It is in. It's 2-1. The change has worked beautifully there. We've managed to get someone to come and pick the ball up off the centre-backs, play through the middle. Akpom made a good pass there to Fletcher. I changed the direction he was running in to try and create some space, and bang, Fletcher makes no mistake. I'm not going to lie, a little bit worried about taking off Sombalonga, just because of how clinical he is. But that's Fletcher's first look at goal. He's blasted it past the keeper. And that could be that, because this game has been that tight at the moment. There's not been many chances. That is a critical moment in the game. And now what we've got to do is keep in mind what I said in that first game. Just calm the game all the way back down again now. Do not concede after just scoring, and don't let them back in. And if we can do that for the next 10 minutes or so, there will only be about 10 minutes left. And yeah, we should then from there hopefully be able to see this one out. And we've made it to that point without conceding, which is good. And now we need some movement actually. Everyone's just felt so static since we've got that goal. It's making it really difficult, but it's not Reading this time. We're making it difficult for ourselves really. It was a bit slow to get Akpom away there. He'd made a good run, to be fair. And look at the space on the left-hand side for Boller now. What they've been trying to do, keeping it tight, obviously, is something that they can't do now if they want to get back into the game. So it's just starting to open up a little bit. And if you're going to come that far, Dijksteel, you have to win that header. Because we are now extremely vulnerable at the back. Thankfully, it is tidied up there by Housen. For some reason, I can't remember what that's for, but McNair's been booked. So that's Seville and McNair now on a yellow card. So we are going to have to be careful. But we've only got a few minutes left. If we can get this ball back now, we should be able to see this one out, hopefully. Reading are pressing at the minute, though. It's the longest for a little minute, to be honest, that the ball's been in our half. We just got to keep concentrated now. We've got Yeardon has absolutely done I think it was Seville, but Housen again, being the captain that he is, steps across and just sweeps that one up. We need to deal with this corner now, just get it out. There we go. Unfortunately, is it going to come straight back? Nope, Seville's there again. What a second half he's had, by the way. He's been absolutely brilliant winning the ball back. It's going to be hard to replace him, I reckon, at the moment. I'm starting to become quite fond of him. He's just that warrior type midfielder. Oh, he's done brilliantly with the ball there as well. We've played it back out. We might have overplayed this a little bit. Morsey now, can he affect the game? He's not had a very good one. He's been really quiet. We try and put it back into the middle, but we did overplay that one a bit. But at this point, I will take the 2-1. Great result. That was my favourite game of FIFA 21 so far. It felt like a genuine tactical battle. We've came out on top, which obviously makes it all the better. But yeah, that was really rewarding to win that game. A lot of thought had to go into it. it probably doesn't come across in the video, but actually playing it and trying to figure out how we're going to get around the problems we were facing, and to do that is actually really, really rewarding. So it is 6 points from 6 for us at the moment. We are on a roll, and yeah, bring on the next one. At the moment I believe it's a cup game next, but to win at home 4-1, to go and win a tight game away 2-1, absolutely brilliant start so far. So let's do this press conference. Just one goal between us in the end. It wasn't comfortable. No, it was not. Was I happy with the performance? I really, really was happy. We had to be switched on throughout that entire game, and we were, to be honest. Again, the way we conceded was a bit unfortunate, their first attempt on goal, but we showed character to come back from that. And like I say, the way that the game panned out, it was really, really rewarding. Everyone was switched on. We were clinical in front of goal. Fletcher's come in and scored, which is good to see as well. So we managed in the end to get the win. But did we ever feel like it wasn't going to be our day? I actually, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, and I said that's what I was going to do, I thought this might be a draw. So I am more than happy to come out with a win. Just because of the way the game panned out, I thought it would be a draw. And Elise, he actually, yes, was very, very good for them. He was their best player, actually, I would say. So yeah, we'll just say we needed to stay alert. He was controlling things for them. So yeah, that's the press conference. But yeah, really enjoyed that game, guys. I really did. Brings us next to Peterborough away in the cup. So I fully expect some rotations here. We might even, this will be a chance to go to the 4-2-3-1 and give that another bash. But this is going to be the interactive match sim, as I mentioned. I reckon that we should be able to get this done without me jumping in, especially the form that we're in at the moment. But you can never be too careful. Was it this game, this cup, where we had to get so far? No, it wasn't. It was the FA Cup. So there's no pressure in this cup whatsoever. So again, if we can experiment here, that will be great. We're just finding out now, like I said, building up that profile on the opponents, where Peterborough actually are, and it is League One they're in, and they're in 9th at the moment. They've won 1 and lost 1. They've scored 4, conceded 2. So yeah, they're doing all right actually. Being the second team and away from home as well, you just can't really call it. I'll be nervous about this one without the interactive match sim, but of course, if things take a turn for the worst, we can just jump into the game and try and affect it ourselves. I'm not saying that that would give us a win. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not looking to be that cocky. We're still very early in this game at the moment. But yeah, with Fletcher up front, he's just good. So it's actually really good that we've got this game come up, so we can now reward him with a start for that. We're making some other changes, as you can see at the moment. Liddell's come in, Wings come in. We're gonna see, guys, if we can get this done with the match sim. I've seen other YouTubers using this, and it looks like a really, really cool feature. So looking forward to it myself. I kind of want to jump in just for the sake of it and experience that myself, but I'm not going to if we don't have to. Again, we'll have a look at Peterborough's lineup here. It looked like they'd gone 4-2-3-1 from what I've just seen as well. I think they have indeed, and being away from home, being at home, sorry, again I'd expect them to try and make the run in. And with us having such a rotated squad, it's not going to be plain sailing at all, this one. Nice long ball out there to the right wing. It's passed back inside, but we've turned it over. Come on, boys. It's actually more nerve-wracking watching this and not having the control over it than it is playing the game yourself. Why on earth has he just kicked that out there? There was no need whatsoever. And that's a nice long ball from them to just switch the play there. We're running into a bit of a cul-de-sac here though. Surely we get this back. We do indeed, and Fletcher holds it up, lays it off. It's nice quick passing from us there. We've got it into the attacking areas now as well. Nice little overlap, but it wasn't used. The ball's out on the left now. Can we whip one in maybe? It doesn't look like we're going to even try to. You're going to lose that if you don't pass it. He has passed it inside though. Playing with it on the edge of the area. Could someone like shoot the ball please? Anyone? No? Oh, off the line there maybe that was. I'm not too sure. It looked like it on my screen. And we're controlling the possession, but as you can see at the moment, there's just been one shot in the game. We're a bit vulnerable here at the minute. It's well dealt with though, and we get the ball back up towards the halfway line. It's into one of our attacking midfielders now. I think that's Fletcher that's got it. He's passed it inside. There is a shot, but it hasn't gone in. And bang, a header from Fletcher, I believe it was. Forced the keeper into a save, and we've missed that one as well. But yeah, at least we're having shots now. That's a big improvement. It looks like we just took some time to warm into the game. And I've got to give the players credit as well. The match sharpness is going to be down with this lineup, I suppose. So we've warmed up to the task now though, for definite. We tried another shot there that got blocked. And that is already half time. That has flown by. And just looking at the stats here, we're having 3/4 the ball. We've had way more shots than the opponent. Everyone looks pretty fit still. I see no reason to change anything at the moment. We started pretty slowly, but then match ratings for the players there are going up as well. So yeah, literally I see no reason to change anything at the moment. Hopefully we can get ourselves a goal. I'm going to give it till about the hour mark probably, and if not, if there's no goal, then maybe I'll jump in and try and get us one myself. Over hit through ball there, otherwise we might have been in. Unfortunately it wasn't to be the case though. That's a nice little overlapping run, and there is the goal, and it is that man Fletcher again. Good start to the season he's having as well. Goal off the bench, goal in his first start, so really happy with him. And now we've got the goal. As long as we can maintain the same level of control that we had before we got the goal, then I don't think I am going to have to jump in this one. Hopefully we can have some fun and add to it now, and we have, and it's Fletcher again on a hat-trick now. Can he get it before the end of the game? Did I even give him the chance to? I cannot remember. We're going to make some changes now though, obviously. Is there anyone actually we want to bring on, because all those are first team players? Maybe just yeah, we're just going to bring on the keeper and get him some minutes into himself as well. Because yeah, I didn't realise. I probably should have looked at the bench. There's really no need to change the outfield then. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get the win now. We're in 2 goals up. We've controlled the game well enough to this point. Even there, we stopped them getting the shot away. That looked a little bit offside to me, but we've got away with it there. Is it going to be 3? We tried to get the guy in off the left wing, but no. And Peterborough, that is, bring it away. They're just struggling to do anything with us at the moment. They have had some decent ball movement, but it's never led to anything, which is impressive from our point of view. Oh, we could be in for a third here. Oh, straight at the keeper. Unlucky. Just 10 minutes to go now. This is a really cool feature, by the way. Really enjoying this. We bring the ball away once again. Surely they're going to get a shot in before the end of the game, because if not, that is really poor when you're the home side as well. For me it doesn't matter, but for them and their fans it most definitely would. And it looks like they've almost thrown the towel in with that last ball there. And that is game. We're going through to the next round of the cup with an absolutely dominant display. The brace from Fletcher sends us through. That gets those players another game as well. So yeah, absolutely brilliant from us. Really impressed with that. and really impressed with the match sim as well. It works really, really well. It was far more fun than just clicking sim and then getting a result. And Stephen Walker here, I know people are talking about my position. Right, this is because we converted him to a cam maybe. But yeah, he's happy to play where he needs to play just to get on the pitch. That is exactly the kind of attitude that I'm looking for, and that's why I clicked "You will do" for me. But now it is time for us to move towards the Blackburn game. This is the biggest game so far this season for me personally, because as I mentioned earlier, we have got a champion attacking scenario that I might have another go at there off camera. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I was thinking very heavily about doing this career with Blackburn. I narrowed it down to Blackburn and Borough, and played a friendly, and I just fancied doing Borough after that. So a little bit of a personal one for me here. And before we get into this game, I did say that I'd come back if things happened, and we have done that. We've got a transfer offer for Johnson, who was one of the players who refused to bring his squad role down. Now don't get me wrong, I think he would be a useful player, but not on an important squad role, not for me anyway. So I did transfer list him, and to be honest with you, I'm not even going to negotiate that. We're just going to get him off the books. McNair has once again finished his development, but we're just going to let him roll on with the same as I left him on last time. And the other bit of news was just reminding us that Seville has completed his development and can't improve anymore, which is a real shame for him. It means that, like I say, we may have to start looking for a replacement for him. But now it is time for that big Blackburn game. We're going to see how they've started the season. Obviously, we've started really well. And at the minute, they're on 1 win and 1 loss, down in 12th. 3 points from their 6. And they have only scored 1 goal in the 2 games this season, which is quite surprising. They've got some nice forward players, but they have only conceded 1 as well. So it could be a tight game, this one. Again, it's at our Riverside Stadium. So I'm expecting some goals from us, some action in this one. And like I say, looking at their lineup, they have got some really good players. They've got Lewis Holt being there, Adam Armstrong, someone, depending how we go forward, that I wouldn't mind looking at myself. I can't really see their names on my screen, but I know that they have got quite a nice team. Like I said, I played that friendly against them, and to be honest, in that friendly, they were better than what their league forms made them out to be at the moment. So we'll see what happens. We're looking here whether we make any changes to the lineup, the bench, just making sure everything's all good. Obviously, there's going to be a couple of tired players because we just played that Carabao Cup game. Do we bring anyone in? I can't remember. I was going to put Wood back on the bench, but I don't think that I did. No, I didn't. So let's jump into this, guys. Okay, here we go then. It is us to get this game underway. It is going to be a pretty tight one looking at the stats. Blackburn seem like they just sit back at the moment for some reason this season, which is quite weird with all of their attacking talent, but it is not down to us to worry about what they're doing too much. It is up to us to get the type of game, set the pace that we want to play at. We'll try to get that into midfield there. It was cut out nicely though. Pretty sharp defending there, high up from Blackburn. It's a nice day out at the Riverside as well. We've got a lot of sun in this game, and already Gallagher has got way too much room in front of him. I cannot select the right player at the moment, and that could be a problem already. That is a beautiful save. We got quite lucky there. I'm not sure what was going on with the player switching. It just would not give me the defender that I wanted, but we get away with it. We live to fight another day. We've got the ball into the midfield this time. Nice overlap from Spence, but the ball wasn't great. And oh, he got a deflection. Okay, I was going to say we've started pretty sloppy at the moment, but I didn't see the deflection till the last minute, and we might have something happen for us here with Akpom. He tried the trick and it did not work. And we lose it, but at least he shines signs of confidence there, and Bell brings this one forward. Plays it up to Armstrong, but that is Dyke Steele's ball all day long. Safely goes back to the keeper, and we build again. At the moment, guys, I'm not going to lie, the first 20 minutes, I do not know what is going on with our lads, but it looks like they've never played this system before. Just take all that back because Asombalonga bangs us into the lead. We do not deserve to be ahead at the moment, but I'm not going to complain too much about it. The point that I was going to make before that went in, nice little ball there. Asombalonga then just uses his strength and bang, when he shoots he scores. It is that simple with him. Just across the keeper, nice clean strike into the side netting, almost right into the corner. Brilliant goal from him, and we needed that because the point that I was starting to make was first 20 minutes of this game we look like we've never played together before. We look like we've never played this formation or this system before. We are really poor. We're all over the place. Blackburn have had much the better of the game and don't deserve to be one down, but I'll take it. It gives us something to build on now, and again we've turned it over there. Right after we've scored, again finding it impossible to hold the ball, but this time it's been pretty much the whole game that it's been like that. That's a nice challenge from Seville. He's got Morsey in here, and Morsey, if he plays that forward earlier, Tavernier would have had the momentum. We could go 2 up here now with Akpom, and we do, and just like that we've moved the game away from Blackburn. Completely against the run of play, completely making me look like an absolute liar, and I don't know what I'm talking about. But trust me, I don't know where this has come from, but if we can blow teams away like this, we did it to Forest at the Riverside as well. There's just a couple of minutes in between our goals, and we moved teams out the game. If we can blast teams away in spells like that, that is absolutely fine with me, because then it just allows us to control the rest of the game. But what a few minutes that's been, and hopefully that will settle us down in this game now, and we can start to look more like ourselves again. Referee, that was a disgusting tackle, and is he gonna book him? It could be worse than a booking here, the way the ref's running over, or is that just to sort out that little? It's not even a booking. What? I don't know. That was definitely in my book a yellow card. Dyke Steele here plays it forward to Tavernier. Boller's got it on that left hand side now. He's having to come all the way back in. Everyone's just bunched in the middle of the pitch at the moment. There's no width for us left or right. We have now found a ball to Spence though, and it could be 3 if we play this right. Unfortunately Spence just ran into numbers there. We've got it back though. Yeah, it's their throw in, but that's okay. It's in their area of the pitch, which suits us greatly. What is going on with our defending here? Can we please just get the ball away? Oh, that split us, and that is a great goal. It had been coming, guys. It's been coming the whole half. We've let Blackburn back in before the break. Really disappointing. The performance today has just been, other than the goals, it's been an absolute mess. It's nowhere near the level we've been playing at. McNair just isn't quick enough to get to Armstrong. He's put it right in the corner. I do rate this guy pretty highly, so he, like I said, depending how we line up in the future, could definitely be someone I'd be looking at. But he's against us today. He's done the damage, and to be honest, it's deserved for Blackburn. We have been so poor, and to put this display on at home as well. Case in point, right there, just caught on the ball in midfield, wanting too much time with it. Blackburn have been right at us from the whistle, on and off the ball. They've really pressed us well. We just haven't had an answer to it at the moment. And there could be an again here now because we are just wide open. Look how much time and space he's got right on the edge of our box. Thankfully we get it back this time. And can we get another one before the break? No, we've turned it over in the midfield once again. And now they're right in at us again. I tried the back heel there. Thankfully that did not work. And Morsey can bring it away again. But he's just got no one really to pass to. They've tried to play the offside trap there. Thankfully he's been given time on the ball, but even then an unforced error with the pass. It has been the complete opposite of the Reading game for us. It's been a really frustrating game to be a part of. Just nothing that we've tried's worked. We've been so bad, so bad. But we do take a lead into the break, and that is the only silver lining at the moment. I've cut into the second half a little bit further because I've only just looked at the camera time and we're already an hour into the video. I've got way too carried away in this one, and I'm going to have to find a way of chopping these down. Unless you guys like the longer videos, that's something you can let me know in the comments box. I really just lost track of time with this. I've enjoyed it so much, except for this game. And we threw the ball out there and we've played ourselves right into trouble. Even the keeper now, we've not improved in the second half, and there you go. A result, that's a goal of our own making for Blackburn. I don't know what is going on here, guys. I can only apologise. This has been an absolute disgrace of a performance from every single player on the pitch. If I could make 11 changes right now, I would. So poor that that's come from our goalkeeper having the ball. Again, I don't know what has gone wrong in this game. We've thrown away a 2-goal lead now, that is unthinkable in my book. That just is not allowed to happen. If we could end this game now and take the point, I would. Except if Akpom can score here, which he has done as well. Unreal. We have had 3 chances in this game. We've had 3 goals. Once again, it is the firepower in the team that is bailing us out right now. Again, Assombalonga there. Nice feet. Plays it to Akpom. He's strong enough to hold off the defender. But he was under that much pressure. I did wonder whether he'd find the finish. He has done. That is 4 for the season already. And somehow, don't know how, but somehow we are back in the lead in this game. Nicely in the midfield there, to be fair. That's a great ball as well. And Tavernier's in now. He's got all the time in the world, but he's missed. But it doesn't matter because Akpom is there and he's got a hat-trick now. And just like in the first half, few minutes between the third and the fourth this time, we've again moved this game away from Blackburn now. We've won the game really for a second time in my eyes in this match. And just now can we finally wake up. I thought we'd missed the chance there when Tavernier missed, but Akpom followed him all the way in. Reacts first to the keeper parrying the ball. He's got the confidence to take the touch to set himself as well, and then just taps it into the empty net. And that is 5 already for the season now with Akpom. And at this point, as you can see, he's got his hat-trick, so we might as well give Fletcher a run now. And again, we just try now to protect this lead. It is not because we couldn't get the ball into Tavernier like in the Reading game. This is just trying to add a little bit more steel now because of how poor we've been really. And McNair is going to come off as well, just to give Fry a few minutes. I'm not sure whether it's the right decision on my part at the moment, to be completely honest with you, but I'm doing it anyway. McNair has had a bit of a worse game than he normally does. He's normally really dominant in there. That's not been the case today. He's been getting scorched quite a lot when Adam Armstrong comes in off the wing, so it is a bit of a tactical one to try and get someone who's a bit quicker than him in there. And hopefully now bring in another midfielder deeper. It'll allow us to just protect that back four a little bit more. Protect what we have and yeah, see this game out. That's a bit of a late one there. Seville again. He's finishing the game quite strong, to be honest with you. He's come on well in the second half compared to the first. Wingier with his fresh legs just tried to go the whole way himself. Hasn't happened. But we have got the ball back there. That you see that midfielder there just filling in and giving us that bit more steel. But we've turned it over yet again. It won't come across visually in this video, I don't think, how poor we have been for this entire game. If I had the time to run it all, I would have done, just to show you. Yeah, this is the worst game I've played on FIFA 21 by a long way, and yet we're winning it 4-2. It doesn't make much sense, but honestly guys, it's been terrible. And again here, we've got two guys on him here, and he still manages to keep the ball, and they still work it out. Great play from Armstrong again. And you see there, it's just so poor. It really is. It's that bad. I'm just lost for words. Our defender there gets shoulder to shoulder with Armstrong, I think it was. Just gets knocked out the way, and the amount of space in our own box for Rothwell there to just put that in it's just so poor. We've got 5 at the back and now 3 shielding that 5. We've got 8 defensive players on the pitch and they're still getting that much space. Oh man, the guys are getting the rocket when this game's finished, honestly. We might be in again here now with a Somber longer. Hopefully he normally scores. He's passed it off this time. Have we overplayed? No, we found Fletcher. He is onside as well. I was looking at that linesman's flag. It's staying down. Another goal off the bench from Fletcher. It just shows the way we're playing today that a Somber longer wasn't confident enough to hit it himself this time. I thought we'd overdone it. But no, it is a nice finish from Fletcher, and surely now in this crazy game that is enough to take the points and go. I just want this game to be over, to be completely honest guys. And with just 10 minutes left now, well, just under 10 minutes, Blackburn are coming again here at the moment. They're still not throwing in. Oh my god, did you see that defending? And oh, we've got lucky there as they've hit the bar. That absolutely smashed the underside of the bar. Thankfully it's bounced back out. And still we can't get it away. It is an absolute mess at the back. And it's 5-4 now. This game is still not over. It's Holtby this time. 3, maybe 4 times there we had chance to get the ball away. We got lucky when they hit the bar. And still we did nothing to get the ball away. Spencer's come in there, done absolutely nothing. Dykesteel's not even looking at the play. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm almost lost for words at this point. Can we just please have full time now? This has been such a poor display. But Somber longer, he's in again here now. Surely this time he's going to score. And that just completely sums up the day. That was the points right there, but he's just got that all wrong. It's the wrong side of the post. We've seen them going in week after week, but not in this one. And there's 4 minutes of injury time, which is quite nerve-wracking the way we've played today. We've given it away again there now. We're just not finding our passes. We're not defending, we're not winning tackles, we're not getting to loose balls, we're not winning second balls. We've been absolutely second best all day. We have pulled off the great escape if we can just hold out for another half a minute and get the points out of this game. Nobody closing there at all, and look at the space again. We need to win the ball back here. That's it, boot it clear, get this game done with. What a poor way to end what has been a great episode. I mean, for you guys, that was probably like amazing. 9 goals in 1 game. But Jesus, to play that from the point of view of the manager as well, that is such a terrible display. Like I said, in the dressing room. The boys are going to get the rocket in that one. Let's take care of this press conference now, though. Should be an interesting one. Great win and congratulations. The headlines are going to be for Akpom and his hat-trick. He was the only positive, really. He deserves all the praise he gets. Without him today, we get battered probably without his goal. So, yes, he deserves the praise. He'll probably get away with the rocket. You did enough to win the game, but let Blackburn back in. The game was absolutely terrible from our point of view. I don't want to anytime, let alone anytime soon, see another display anything like this. We didn't concentrate at all, and like I said, if I'm angry and upset with the players, they're going to know it and they're going to get dressed down in public as well. It seems you wrapped up the game, but then I didn't have enough time to see that one. Were we worried about Blackburn's late goal? Yes, we were. I was absolutely... It was frayed nerves at the end because we just looked like we could concede at absolutely any point today. And yeah, it was just really disappointing. Let's just forget about this game. Move on, hopefully get back to good performances in the first game of the next episode, because we are going to be ending this one here shortly. It has gone on way longer than I imagined that it would do. If you guys like that, like I said, be sure to let me know, because there's so much to do with this game now. It's easy to just get carried away, especially when you're having fun with it like I am at the moment. This is how the table looks at the end of this episode, though. 3 games, 3 wins, can't moan at that. 11 goals scored, brilliant stuff. 6 conceded in 3 games is not what we need. Yes, a lot of them did just come against Blackburn, but that needs to be addressed, and it needs to be addressed quickly if we're going to do anything this season, because there is so many good teams in this championship this season. It's quite unreal to not see Bournemouth in the top 10. That's quite shocking. But you saw there, Brentford are a really good side. Norwich as well. You got Watford there. They're a good side. So it's going to be a tough league, this one. But that is going to do it, because I will just sit here and keep talking for this episode. I hope you've all enjoyed it. I really have enjoyed it, genuinely. It's been cool hanging out with you all again. I'll see you all hopefully for the next one. But stay safe, enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and that is me done. Bye-bye.